King Eric the Great, aka Rick Capo, coming at y'all with another video. And I wanted to title this video, Should Lloyd Banks' career been bigger than it should? What stopped Lloyd Banks from really maximizing his potential? Well, it could be possibly a lot of things because anybody that was following hip hop from 2002, along with 50's rise to stardom, it was clear that Lloyd Banks had superstar potential. Like, it was him, it was Cassidy, Fabulous. But see, Lloyd Banks, he had a way of putting fly-ish in his rhymes. You could tell he put a lot of thought between his bars. And you could tell by his punchlines, he wanted the rewind effect. The rewind effect meaning he wanted you to rewind and hear what he said again. This shit could get uglier than a masterpiece sneaker. You ain't never heard nothing like that before. Got rings like Mike Bird Magic in them. I mean, he was coming with some crazy lines that nobody ever heard before. And he also knew how to make songs for the women. Listen to I'm So Fly. We on fire. Up in here. It's burning hot. We on fire. Then he had the song Smile. Then he had another one with Avant. He knew how to grab the women as well. He knew how to make the street niggas laugh. And he had that G-Unit machine behind him, which was like a juggernaut in the streets. So Banks was put up already in a winning position. But what possibly happened was, as the bread got bigger, ego started to mesh within the creative chemistry. Like, you could tell the change within 2005, 2006. And I believe not only did G-Unit's rise play a role, but it was also a case of where he lost his... Two reasons why, I believe. Number one, dude had his album stolen. When, he had a threesome with two chicks and they stole his album. And the other one could be that he lost his dad. And see, Banks and 50's mindsets were different. Because 50, he came up in a cold world by himself. He had nobody to look after him. Lloyd Banks, on the other hand, he came up differently. He had two parents. So him losing his dad played a huge role in why Rotten Apple wasn't really hitting. You could tell he was unfocused with that album drop. And 50 won't trying to hear it. Because when 50 say, I got the whole G-Unit on some military-ish, he ain't lying. He had G-Unit ran like his own operation. If you look at the Double XL issue when G-Unit was on the cover, he even said it himself. He said, ain't no nigga more valuable than G-Unit than me. So I think that also played a role in why Banks couldn't really elevate to that next level, because people saw him as 50's little nigga. And 50 kept it that way. Then we heard the Mark Echo story. Then it's just that he wanted to keep them at a certain level. And also, he inherited a lot of 50's beefs with D-Block and Terror Squad and Murder Inc. and Benzino and Rick Ross. And so now, if you really listen to the transition to the Rotten Apple 2 album, I'm not Rotten Apple 2, but Hunger for More 2, he started to feature people that G-Unit previously beefed with, like Raekwon. Wu-Tang and 50 had an issue in the 2000s. Styles P was on the album. 50 had beef with Kanye. Kanye's on the album. So I believe that the G-Unit affiliation has done some harm and some good to him. It did him a lot of good when he first got in the game. It gave him a great machine. He went platinum. He was rapping in $1 million studios at the age of 20. You had Dr. Dre and Eminem overseeing your shit. So he had a great start. But soon as the wheels started slowly coming off and the momentum started halting, nobody really wanted to rock with anybody with G Unit. 50 burnt all those bridges with all those crazy beefs. And plus, even Fifth will probably say that it's laziness, but if you really listen to those mixtapes that Lloyd Banks will put out, they were a consistent piece of work. You would think they would be held up against many niggas' best albums. Listen to Cold Corner series, listen to PLK. Your boy Banks can go. So my question to y'all is, what do y'all think was what prevented his career from really flourishing like it should have? So let me know. This is King Eric the Great, aka Rick Capo, signing out. Subscribe to the channel, and I'm out. Peace.